Hello, Oilers fans. Welcome to another pregame report. This time it's between the Edmonton Oilers and the Pittsburgh Penguins tonight at Rogers Place at 7 p.m. Mountain. And it is also Hall of Fame night at Rogers Place. So if you are at the game, you are going to get to see Craig MacTavish and Randy Gregg get inducted into the Oilers Hall of Fame. So that sounds like it'll be fun. I know the Oilers Hall of Fame has inducted many members, including Ryan Smith. So that should be pretty fun if you're at the game. And then, of course, the more exciting thing, no offense to Craig MacTavish or Randy Gregg, is being able to watch Connor McDavid go up against Sidney Crosby on the ice. I always love when these two go up against each other. They both seem to just elevate their game to another level. And Edmonton has really found Pittsburgh's number over the last couple of seasons. It seems like Edmonton is able to score at will against the Penguins, and they need something to give. They need something to give right now, this Oilers team. They need their offense to break through. They're only averaging 2 goals per game, but this is a team that I feel, and I woke up this morning and I was like, I just feel like this team is on the verge of busting through that dam, and it's just this flood water is about to overtake everything, and this offense is going to explode. This is a powder keg waiting for a match to go off, and this team's close. The Oilers are close. So if you enjoy this pregame report, make sure to hit that like button. If you really like it, make sure to subscribe to the channel. And friendly reminder, tonight on the Austin Hockey YouTube channel, the one that you're currently watching, I will be doing live stream commentary during the game. The first one I've done in a little while, and I'm very excited for that. It's going to be a lot of fun. And then after the game, you can join me over on the Game Over Edmonton YouTube channel, where I will be breaking down the post game for them. That will also be a live stream. So if you're not yet subscribed to Game Over Edmonton, make sure to check them out. Game Over uploads pretty much daily content, and they have they have creators for every single market. So not just Edmonton, but also the other Canadian markets. So if that's something that interests you and you just want to see more Canadian-grown hockey content out there, Game Over Network is your place to be. All right, with that out of the way, let's discuss the lineups, let's discuss the stats, and let's discuss some of the storylines here. One of the big storylines for the Edmonton Oilers is Zach Hyman and Victor Arvidsson still do not have a goal. They still do not have an assist. And these are two players that are getting top 6 minutes with McDavid and with Draisaitl every single night, and they have yet to have a single point. Ryan Nugent-Hopkins has a couple of assists. He does not have a goal yet. So 3 of Edmonton's top 6 do not even have a goal right now. McDavid has a few. Draisaitl has 3. But other than that, goal scoring has been at has not come easily for this top 6. Teams are playing Edmonton fairly well. However, the Oilers are just not bearing down on their chances. They are getting some good looks. Their advanced metrics show that this is a team that should be scoring a lot more than they are, which means at some point things are going to regress back to normal, and this team will blow up with offense. Let's get into the lineups. Not too many changes from their game against Carolina Hurricanes. So top line, Ryan Nugent-Hopkins, Connor McDavid, Zach Hyman. However, if Ryan Nugent-Hopkins continues to not produce, I would recommend probably even bumping him down to the third line here soon. He just has not been producing with the team right now. And it sounds like, based on what's been going on in practice, he has been taken off that top power play unit. Jeff Skinner has been placed on it, and Zach Hyman was also taken off the top power play unit, and Victor Arvidsson was put up there in his place. So we'll see if that is something that was just done in practice, maybe just to light a fire under their butts, or if that is a change that Chris Knobloch is willing to play around with in a game. So keep an eye on that power play tonight, see if there's any major changes. Second line, Vasily Podkolzin was bumped up with Leon Draisaitl and Victor Arvidsson. Podkolzin, he hasn't quite gotten on the score sheet the way I thought he would. However, I do like the style of game that he plays. They're looking for some physicality, they're looking for some speed, and they're looking for a little bit of offensive touch and finish. So for Podkolzin, I hope he's not trying to do too much when he gets to play with a guy like Leon Draisaitl. That second line is a bruising line. Like Podkolzin and Arvidsson, they are Energizer bunnies. They hit everything that moves. And this is a team for the Edmonton Oilers. Like Edmonton has not been physical at all. They average like 10 hits per game. That has got to go up. You've got to start asserting yourself. If you're not a fast, speedy team, make your opponent pay every time they touch the puck. Make your opponent pay in the corners, down low, along the half wall. Edmonton, I find it's just too easy to get into the zone against them. They're too easy to play against in their defensive zone. And on offense, they're trying to finesse a little bit too much. Just play nasty hockey, man. Just get a little bit more physical. I'm not saying you have to beat everyone up to win a hockey game, but this is a team that really needs to find a bit of an edge, a bit of an identity here. Otherwise, this season is going to go downhill very quickly. Third line, we're going to have Jeff Skinner with Adam Henrique and Connor Brown. I like the look of that third line, and Jeff Skinner has been someone that has been very consistent all season in a positive way for Edmonton. Doesn't matter where you place him in the lineup, he seems to be all over the place. That game against Carolina Hurricanes, he had individually, just himself, 5 high-danger chances. So Jeff Skinner, that puck is going to be going in the net a lot more often, very, very soon for him. Adam Henrique, he's had a slow start to the season. Connor Brown, also a slow start. I'm hoping Jeff Skinner with Henrique and Brown help improve their advanced metrics a little bit. When Janmark was with Henrique and Brown, that was like by far the weak link line for Edmonton in terms of possession. That's a line that expected goals for percentage has just been awful. So I do like Skinner being put there, and I do like Janmark on the fourth line with Derek Ryan and Corey Perry. Ryan and Perry have been very consistently good this season as the senior veterans on this team, and I use the word senior on purpose because these guys are old. They are a bit slow. However, I have liked their game. Derek Ryan's been in good places. Corey Perry, he seems to create something offensively every single night. Hasn't been rewarded with points or goals, but I do like the look of that fourth line. On defense, Ekholm remains with Bouchard. Nurse is going to play with Stetcher tonight, is what it looks like. However, as of the recording of this video, this is not 100% confirmed. So if anything changes, make sure you're following the big Oilers people, Bob Stauffer, Tony Brar, Jason Gregor, the big Oilers media guys that have access to, the official lineup card during the day. And then Kulak and Emberson. I do like that Emberson will be likely playing again. I did not like that he was a healthy scratch the other night. Ty Emberson has played more than good enough to justify him being in the lineup every single night, and I like him and Kulak together. They've played well. In net, likely Stuart Skinner's net, and then Calvin Pickard will be the backup. Now, let's take a look at some of the stats here. Pittsburgh Penguins, we're going to look over on their side. Expected goals for percentage this season, 53.53%, which is very respectable. They have pretty decent possession metrics. Their power play is clicking at 24%. Their penalty kill is at a very good 82.6%, and they score 3.38 goals per game. Those are all great on the surface. However, you look at their goals against per game, 4.25. Somehow the Pittsburgh Penguins have worse goaltending than the Edmonton Oilers. Did not think that was possible. I thought for sure Edmonton's goaltending was by far the worst in the NHL right now. This early in the season, though, the Pittsburgh Penguins, Tristan Jarry has not been relied upon at all. The other night, I don't even think he was their backup. I think they just completely scratched him. They have been running 3 goalies, and Pittsburgh is trying to find a way to find consistency in their net. And if this is a time for Edmonton's offense to break through, it's against the Pittsburgh Penguins. It's against their goaltending. That is their weak link so far this season. However, that is not to discredit how good of a Penguins team this is. Obviously, they're 3-4-1. They're not blowing teams out of the water, but this is a team that is very good. They still have Malkin. They still have Crosby, and they have some good depth throughout their lineup. But you can expose them. You can expose their D, and you can expose the goaltending. Edmonton's just got to bear down and finish some chances tonight. Corsi for 52.98%. Shots for percentage, 50.84% for the Penguins. Looking over on the Oilers side, expected goals for 55.43%. Their power play is clicking at a paltry 10.5%. Penalty kill, 54.5%. That's even worse. Goals for per game, only 2 goals for per game. Obviously, they are not going to sustain a goals for per game of only 2. That is just unheard of in today's NHL. This offense is due to break out. Goals against per game, 3.86 goals against per game. So hopefully Skinner can play like he did against Carolina. There were a few times where Carolina had some open nets that they could have put that puck in. They did not bear down. But for Stuart Skinner, he played very well against Carolina. Let's hope that this is the start of him building his game back up and finding some consistency and giving the team in front of him confidence to play well and score some goals. Corsi for 58.07%. Shots for percentage, 56.33%. Now, my player to watch is Zach Hyman. However, I do not bet on sports. I am not a betting man. I do not gamble on anything. That's just not what I do. If you are a gambling person, and if I was a gambling person, if Jesse Puljujarvi is in the lineup for the Pittsburgh Penguins tonight, that would be not only my player to watch, but also I would be putting $5 or $10 on him scoring a goal against his former team, because every former Oiler that goes up against the Edmonton Oilers finds a way to score against them. So if you are a betting man or a betting woman, put $5 down on Puljujarvi, anytime goal scorer tonight. I'm telling you, it's a guaranteed win. However, my score prediction is going to be 5-3 Edmonton. We need Hyman to start producing. That's why he's my player to watch. We need him. He has to find a way to get that puck in the net. And once he does, the floodgates are going to open. they're going to come in bunches, these goals, and he's going to feel good about his game. And I'm going 5-3 Edmonton. I think it's going to be a high-scoring game. I think it's going to be an exciting back-and-forth game. Neither of these two teams like to play a pretty... I don't want to say like a neutral zone trap game because they don't. These are two teams that don't like playing that. It's not that they don't want to, but they just haven't been doing it so far this season. Very back and forth. That Carolina game between Edmonton and the Hurricanes was back and forth to the point where I was actually getting a headache at how little defense was actually being played. If you're the Oilers, lock things down, shut it down. They can be defensively responsible, especially in that neutral zone. But if you want to get into a bit of a shootout, a bit of a back and forth match against the Penguins, it might not turn out the best, but it might be a little bit entertaining. So hopefully Edmonton can find a way to get some goals and get a big win on the board. 5-3 is the prediction. And that's it from me. That's it for now. I'm excited to live stream the game tonight. Make sure to come back here on Austin Hockey for the live stream. I'll be going live probably 6:45 p.m., about 15 minutes before puck drop. Just for a little pregame stuff, hang out with the chat. It's always so much fun. And like I mentioned, at the end of the game, I will be going live over on the Game Over Edmonton YouTube channel to discuss whatever ends up occurring in this one. So thank you all so much for watching. I appreciate all of your support. I appreciate all the views and all the kind comments every single day. You mean the world to me. Let's go Oilers. Let's get a big win tonight. Sid the Kid versus Connor McDavid, Hall of Fame night. We get to see some fun stuff at Rogers Place. Let's get things going. Tell someone that you love them and always fight like a kid. Always fight like Ben. We'll see you later tonight. Let's go.